I did interview other companies before I selected Bathmasters, and Bathmasters was head and shoulders above those people that I talked to. So I selected them and love my new surroundings. Redid the entire bathroom, floor, fixtures, lighting, totally done. But then I decided to do the kitchen. I got all new cabinets, all new fixtures, all new floor, and painted everywhere. Every surface in the project, or my condo, was painted as a part of the project. And I'm delighted with everything. I was never pressured from the moment I first started talking to my salesperson in any way, shape, or form. I was asked questions to get more information, but never pressured. It was always, what do you think about this? How do you feel about this? Let's do this. Okay, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. What would you like to do? And it made me feel as though I was in control of the process. Communication's a big deal for me. Follow-up is a big deal for me. Quality is a big deal for me. I got all of those things with Bathmasters. And I didn't have to push for them, which is nice. When I first walked into Bathmasters showroom, I noticed that there was a plethora of selections. I love that. I love design. And I knew that I would be there for hours, and that would be my choice. But I had great design help, and anything I wanted to look at, they were very accommodating. And I would highly recommend that somebody take that opportunity to go into the showroom. So the design and the product selections were right up my alley. And I am very grateful that I had someone I could rely on. But if you just turn me loose in the showroom, I can find something. But for someone who doesn't, the Bathmasters showroom is perfect, and their design assistance is wonderful because it can accommodate anybody, from the professional designer to the person who doesn't know anything about design. I knew I made the right choice as soon as they started working, and I watched what they did and how they did it and the questions. I have lots of questions. I want to know what's going on. I want answers and things like that. The follow-up was there, the communication was there. I spoke with the general manager, not just only the supervisor, not because there was a problem, but just because that's how they follow up. So I appreciated that. Everybody gets involved and everybody cares about your project, and that makes a difference for me. My supervisor and the entire team, perfect. I appreciate professionalism, I appreciate detail. They were so accommodating, so professional. That's really all I need to know about somebody, is that they have my back. And they had my back. When you're spending money on a remodel or a redo or whatever it is, even though the prices are reasonable for what you get, it's still money spent. And so you want your money's worth and you want quality for that. And I got it all. People will ask me how my project's going. I said, great, it's on time, which is key. We got everything. And they'll say, well, that's unusual. I'll say, yeah, they're really great. You know, you should call them. I love connecting people. I spent years doing that. I love connecting people because I like to give people business that deserve it. When somebody does a good job, I like to let them know. I'm not sure what surprised me the most. There are several things. The best thing, I think, and probably what did surprise me the most, is that they employ all of the tradespeople. That is the most efficient way to build. That is the most efficient way to remodel. And it keeps everybody organized. It keeps me organized. And I loved that part of it. During my process, I had friends in the same condo complex that had things going on as well. But they had to wait 2 or 3 weeks because whichever contractor it was, the subcontractor couldn't make it because they had another job to do and all of those types of things. I never ran into that. And I was surprised that that was the case. The other part of it, I loved it, is it's family owned. I think the best part from start to finish of working with Bathmasters is that it wasn't stressful. Remodeling and building, creating anything is stressful, can be really stressful, especially if it doesn't go well. But if you have a good contractor or a good project manager or a good team or a good anything, that doesn't happen. And I can pretty much assure you that if you work with Bathmasters, that won't happen. I think that if you are considering, even if you're not committed yet, if you are just considering remodeling a portion of your home, all of your home, Bathmasters does more than baths, as witnessed by what I have just finished. I think you should call them. That would be my recommendation. You're not making a commitment. They don't hassle you. It's a very comfortable process. You get all your questions answered, and you can always call later and ask more. I have recommended Bathmasters already to several people. I know that they've already spoken to the salesperson that I dealt with, and I'm sure that Bathmasters will be very key in what some of them do. I noticed that they had these wraps around their vehicles, and I saw their vehicles around town, so that tells me that they invest in what they're doing and that they really promote well, and I'm always in favor of someone that does that. So I called them. I also got a mailer, and it gave me $500 off, so I said, why not check it out? So I did. You can definitely trust Bathmasters. I don't think there's that much more to say, and the proof is in the pudding. When you see the projects, when you see what they've done, when you talk to people, and once you've experienced, then you'll know. But of course, don't take my word for it, talk to them. I can't express my gratitude to the people who worked on my project. They made it easy for me. They made it as stressless as it could possibly be for such a big, it was a huge project. It was like building a house, really. Every little detail, all the coordination, every aspect, the people behind the scenes, that we don't ever see. We see the contractors, we see the general managers, we see the owners, we see the design consultants and the salespeople, but the people in the background that are placing the orders and making sure things happen and all of that, everybody has a piece of the puzzle, and everybody does their job, and it just makes everything work. And I just want to say a big thank you.